Hey everyone, how you doing? Well, this is a follow-up on the video that you heard earlier, which was supposed to go out yesterday, but it didn't due to the weather. So anyhow, we had so many, oh my gosh, I was going to start from the end, the end at the beginning. I hate movies where the ending is at the beginning, but anyhow, so we had, tons of rain, wind, oh, so much wind. My backyard looks worse than from the last storm, and it was so windy that one storm had a tree that had broken, like it's big around the circumference, and it broke. So it broke like facing the house. The part that broke was maybe, I don't know, 4 to 5 feet, maybe 4 feet, and it broke like facing toward my house. Well, what happened was, and it makes no sense, but I take pictures along the way, the wind was so hard that it moved that branch, and it's really wide, the tree. You think it would snap off, it didn't. I guess because it is so wide, that's why I didn't snap it. It totally turned it facing, like if you're looking at it, to the right. Makes no sense. And we didn't look out during the storm, so we don't know how it happened. But it literally makes no sense. So it's like, say you have a tree in front of you, so it's straight, and it snaps. It's really big around. I don't know how to explain it though. It's a big. It's not like a little. I don't know. If you take your hands and put them together, touching your fingers, and then you go out more. That's what I'm talking about. Big. It's circumference, I think is the word. But anyhow, so it broke. And so it broke like facing toward our house, way away from my house. My yard is really long. It's a big yard, so it's way down then the yard. But anyhow, so in today's storm, it took that broken part, which you think would break it, like snap it off, it's too big. It flipped it to the, as you're looking at the right side. I have no idea how that happened. But we were prepared for a tornado. I looked it up, what to do, where we'd be. And we figured out we'd either be in this closet, which I use like for storage, which I'd have to empty all that out. And by the time we heard these warnings, I have very low energy in this heat. I couldn't do it. So the best place would have been in the hallway with all the doors, bedroom doors and bathroom door closed. So there's no window. So that's what we decided we'd do. And we'd sit on the floor and put, we have this from Costco, a tote, and put the tote over her head. It says like to sit under a table. I forgot what the other choice was, but that has to be still in an inner room, not by windows. And my kitchen is not in an inner room, it's in the side of the house with many windows. So couldn't do that. I have a very big kitchen table. Couldn't bring that in the hallway, it wouldn't fit. How many people's kitchen tables would fit in your hallway? I don't know, unless you live in a mansion. I've been in mansions, they wouldn't fit in mansions. But anyhow, so I know it's kind of stupid when you think of a tote over your head, but you know, there's some protection. And just prayed that, you know, we wouldn't get it, but we got a lot of rain. I didn't even look out at the street. Did you notice where the street's a lot of rain? You know how there's sometimes it runs real fast in those drains, or no?
A lot.
There was?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going in the basement today to look, because God knows. It doesn't flood. My basement only flooded once, and that was when it was such a horrible rain. I don't remember what year it was, but people were on their boats, but they're not like those big boats, like a canoe, something which you row. They were rowing down the street, seeing if people needed help. This was years ago. This was before. I'm not going to talk about him, but you know that him. That was before him. And people could not get, like, it happened during the afternoon, so when your husband's at work, you couldn't get in the street. So anyone who owned a canoe, I don't know what a kayak, maybe they had kayaks too. No, it's nothing with a motor. Whatever looks like a canoe, that kind of thing where you can paddle it. No, you can have a little boat without the motor. You just don't put the motor on. I think the motor you could take on and off. I don't know much about boating. But anyhow, whatever you could use a paddle, and they would just stop at everyone's house. It was crazy. I had pictures from there, but we all know what happened to those probably, right? But anyhow, otherwise my house is never flooded. I don't even have a sump pump now. My neighbors behind me all have sump pumps because my house is up like on a incline, a hill. We're up, and the people behind us are down. So they get all the water. Their yards get flooded and all, but we're lucky. And not to have a sump pump in my town is unusual, but everyone on my side of the street, nobody has a sump pump. You don't need it. I mean, if I had the money, I would just have one put in just in case to feel secure. But the first thing I'd do is I would get a generator put in. No, I'd get air put in. That's number one. No, you need a generator if I don't want to say it. I don't know. If pennies dropped down from heaven, my ideal thing would be to get a generator and central air. Central air, the people who also have my illness, they're not that many, but there's a group that I talk to that have it, and they all are in astonishment that I do not have central air. And they said they couldn't even survive. They can't even imagine surviving. That's how bad this thing is. So I wish I could get central air, because then I could actually feel human and not have to suffer, but it's not going to be that way. And I am very disappointed that my son's father didn't even call to see if his son was okay, because he knows the backyard, because he's supposed to be taking care of it, but he hasn't, whatever. He knows we have huge trees, like the ones in front. I'm surprised they didn't fall down. I, for years, was asking him to take them down, and he had people that would help him. He said, "Oh yeah, we'll get together. You come over and do it." Yeah, never happened. But to have a tree cut down, my God, who knows what it is now? Back then it was like 5,000 to 7,000 each tree, and there's 2. But can't. But if your lawn doesn't get cut, the town sends you a letter that if you don't cut it by whatever day, they're going to charge you $300, then $600, $12. I don't know. They raise up and you got to go to court. But if there's trees there that are dangerous, they should cut them down in the town, right? I would think so. But anyhow, that's that. So anyhow, and then we had I don't know how many tornado warnings. My gosh, it was nonstop. And I don't know, I don't know if I put up the video, but I mentioned somewhere, maybe I didn't. They had it a code yellow, which is pretty high in the way of bad weather. And then they raised it to a code red. Is red the highest one?
Yes.
That's the highest one. So there was constant, I don't know how many tornado warnings. A warning is it's imminent to happen. A watch is better, because that's like they're just watching, but we had warnings. And the reason for the tornado coming in a place where you don't have them is because of, I thought it was when you have hot and cold air, but maybe the air above the clouds is cold. I don't know. There's nothing cold around here, but I guess it was because it was so hot. I don't know, and something else, it made it, like if you plant plants, right? If you plant plants and you plant them correctly in the right depth, and you fertilize them and water them and do whatever, you're going to get beautiful plants. Something's going to happen. Well, if whatever happens to the atmosphere happens, and the heat, which happens, Mother Nature, that can make it happen. So we don't live like, there's Tornado Alley and those places, but knowing that it can happen in a place where you don't have it, like once we had, I'm not going to tell the story over again, but yeah, we didn't have it, but it was supposed to be coming. But they changed it from a yellow to a red. So it was pretty scary, I'm not going to lie. I was scared. So I thought, you know, here I am. My son and I, what are we going to do? So we packed reusable, those bags we got to buy. The new people don't know. So plastic bags, if you get them in the grocery store, your stores, long ago, I want to say, it was before 2020. I don't want to say outlawed, but they didn't allow it anymore in my state. So we haven't had those kind of bags. They forced us to buy reusable bags. So we packed a few of them with our some extra clothes. We put out our clothes, and we were sleeping. We were ready and put out like an emergency bag. I usually have an emergency bag packed. So we had it all ready by the door in case, well, when you think about in case what, if the storm would be that bad we couldn't leave, but I guess I was more thinking in case, I don't even want to say the word because I don't want to jinx me, but in case that thing happened, we'd have to go somewhere where someone has power. Oh, there you go, I have put it out there. But lucky it didn't happen, so I'd rather pack and not happen. Because usually if you pack, it doesn't happen, you don't pack, it does, right? Because I would always say, I did all this for nothing, but it isn't for nothing. It's for, like, a sense of security. So, quite a scary, hot as heck day. I still don't have air in my room. Obviously, it is kaput, which is really a shame. Because I can't sleep in my room. I can't go in my room. It's hot. I mean, I go to get my clothes, whatever I gotta do, but I can't. So it had a break. I don't know why I keep getting this bad luck. But anyhow, we made it through another day, and I wish July and August would just hurry up and get out of here. So anyhow, this is probably going to be a bonus video for Thursday, I think, but who knows, I never know. I had another video, my son says, no, I think you put it out, but I didn't. I had it ready to put out, but I didn't have the thumbnail or the, you gotta fill in the tags and all that, hashtags and stuff. So you'll probably have two, I think, but we'll see. Whatever it will be. Que sera, sera, by Doris Day. So I hope you're okay and no one had any tornadoes and the thing is, all this bad weather came from a hurricane. Which when you think about, why would a hurricane cause a tornado? The hurricane started in Texas and went up here, up like, you know, diagonally, sort of, well, it depends, was it the top or bottom of Texas, I don't know, but anyhow, it is kind of diagonal to make it to my state, and then it must have went off into the ocean, I assume. I didn't want to watch the news. Lately, I don't even watch the news, only when it's weather. So, I didn't even look what the weather is tomorrow. Well, this I'm making on Wednesday, this video, and it'll probably go up Thursday, who knows, but anyhow, I haven't looked for Thursdays. Originally it was supposed to be good, then it said it was going to be bad again, so let's hope it's going to be good. But like I say, I was going to say the mailman. The weatherman doesn't get it right, but I guess they got this one right. Not as right as it should be. It was much more dangerous than they had initially thought, so we got through it, thank goodness. And, well, if you had heard the other video by now, which should be put out before this, toilet paper. My stomach's not feeling well, and I was originally going to order it. This day is Wednesday that I'm talking. Couldn't because of the storm. Thought okay, we'll make it till Thursday. But Thursday's supposed to be bad, so let's hope when I look at the weather that it's good, and let's hope that the good is they tell the weather right for a change. Have I totally lost you now? In other words, I hope I can buy toilet paper tomorrow. We still have some. But when you have a bad stomach, you gotta have more than some. And I usually have, you know, a whole big pack from Costco always, you know, as a backup, but no, when your stomach goes bad, you just chew into your backup plan. So, hopefully it all works out. I hope you're all safe. If you had bad weather, let me know. I'd like to know. Let me know. You gotta put in the comments. Give me a like, even if you don't like it. Press like if you like this video. Press like if you don't. Okay? Okay, got it. Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe. I see there's so many people I see on my, I know it's analytics, whatever it's called. that are watching my videos but they're not subscribed, just press the subscribe. Help a girl out. Share the channel with your friends, family, your enemies. I don't care. People on the street, in line in the grocery store. Just show everyone my page and let them subscribe. Please do a girl a favor. Okay, got that done. So, okay, the ending. Be kind to people. Sorry. Be kind to people you don't know what they're going through. Pay it forward if you can. And be the reason someone smiles today, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that need smiles. Just the world we live in and the craziness that's going on, you know, with elections coming and holy cow. Don't even get me going on that and all that. Again, please subscribe. Just help us get to over 1,000 subscribers. It would mean a lot to my son and I. So for now, thanks for watching. Hugs to you all. Oh, you'll be getting 2 hugs today if this goes up. Oh boy. 2 hugs closer to 5. And for now, toodles. Will it shut off? Of course not. Okay, bye. Will it shut off? It takes a while. We'll just wait. Eventually,